Hi, everybody. Welcome to the new normal. I am your host, Lisa Davis, aka Litecoin Lisa, and we are live poolside. Grab your drink. Make sure you've got something red wear red for everyone deployed on Fridays. And we'll be right back with everybody, Clint Westwood, right after this. How's it going, Westwood?
Excellent, Litecoin Lisa.
We're both enjoying great outdoors.
Yeah, well, hopefully it doesn't go like the movie, The Great Outdoors. We'll hopefully
what does that mean?
Do better. Oh, it's a movie with Chevy Chase, and kind of a slapstick comedy, everything falling apart kind of movie, you know. Chevy Chase movie.
Everything is definitely falling apart.
It's falling apart, but we're printing more money. We're going to save it. Print some more.
Print some more. Hey, I had a real epiphany this week, and we didn't get to have a Woo-Woo Wednesday, so I'm going to lay it on you.
Lay it on me.
Melania's dress was always sending messages. And remember the gold brick art in New York? Remember Melania's
the big cube?
Orange, yes, the cube. Also, the Kid Beside the Road, or Kid on the Side of the Road book has those orange cubes on it, or in it.
Okay.
Well, they're also gold bricks. Think about the bricks.
Nations
Right now, and it's backed by gold.
Yeah.
If we're destroying one system
and
the rest of the world's going to something else, just because the U.S. didn't do it first doesn't mean that's not what we're all going to.
And in fact, would you expect the U.S. to lead it at this point, being the number one country that's created all the problems with the money?
Right, and that's been led by the evil too.
Right, been taken over and hijacked. And, one if by land, two if by sea, they're coming, you know.
Right. Just saying. I don't know. I was having that epiphany this week.
I think everything has meaning. If you know these people and how they work, symbolism is everything. It really is, always has been. Everything's symbolic, everything they say. So when you put those connections together, I don't think you're wrong at all. You're probably on the right track because it's all subliminal. I think there's so many. You look at the symbols of corporations. I mean, they're always communicating to us with the symbolism. So having like a giant, who would put a freaking giant gold cube in Central Park?
Yes,
I mean, what
Central Park.
Is that?
And who
the financial center of the universe, Central Park.
They're not guarding that, or I mean, it was bizarre. And they're saying, "Oh, it's art."
Yeah, it's art. Nobody will mess with it. I'm surprised somebody didn't graffiti it or something.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
Yeah. No, it's just cab drivers that get knocked out by young girls and killed on the street in New York, right? Yeah. No, I saw a video of that. It's just unbelievable.
That was insane. So did you see that he's actually a child molester?
Oh, the one guy that was it the sucker puncher?
Yes.
The one guy?
Yeah, I shared it on
he's
Twitter.
Walking free, right?
He's a convicted child molester. Yeah, walking free. And there has been a lot of those people picked up lately, though.
Well, that's good.
That's been interesting.
Mm-hmm.
There were also, so how all the I love the conspiracy theory, and
I know you do.
I believe all of them.
There's rabbits everywhere around here. There's a lot of holes, so I mean, you could jump down a bunch of rabbit holes around here, and so you're fine. It's happy hour.
It's fine. It's happy hour. Take everything with a grain of salt. Believe what you want. Do your own research.
Yep.
Everyone's responsible for themselves around here.
Trust yourself.
Trust yourself. Yep. So there was this report. So in Oklahoma, we have Boeing here, and they had these new airplanes just came out. American Airlines just put in this gigantic order for um, these airplanes. Did I send that to you? I don't know if I sent that
I
to
don't think I saw that one. No.
you. Oh my gosh, there's just so much good stuff.
I know. There's just so much knowledge, so much information.
So much
How
good
do you keep up?
information. Yeah. Yeah, Pitbull was dropping conspiracy
I
theories
saw that.
this week.
Yeah. Yeah. Imagine that.
There was.
Well, he's Cuban, isn't he? So his family's familiar
Yeah.
with communism and the
Yes,
oppression
he
that
was
occurred
talking
there.
about communism.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason, so if you watch the Boeing documentary,
Mm-hmm.
they talk about the reason that those was it the 747s,
Oh,
they start crashing because
Okay.
they didn't recreate, they did it so that so they didn't change the body style, so that but they changed the engine, and then so that they didn't have to retrain the pilots. So so that they could slip it by the FAA or whatever and say, well, it wasn't changed that much, or enough of the plane didn't change it. We don't have to retrain the pilots, because they didn't want to have to take pilots out of the system, because they would lose a bunch of their income having to take pilots out. Well, what have we just had? Everybody's gone through this big pilot shortage, right?
Horrible. Yeah.
But they blame that on the Great Infection too. And so now all of a sudden there's these new supersonic airplanes coming out after we've had this pilot shortage. I think, and I showed everybody on my channel where they were showing the pilot, the training thing. What's it called?
Simulator.
What are those simulators? Yes, where they were talking about those and having the simulators. Anyway, I feel like I just want to scream from a mountaintop sometimes.
Yeah,
but
I understand. I know it's tough, when you see it and you can't unsee it, and then nobody else sees it. It's it's frustrating.
But I guess that's the thing, where people have to have their own journey and see it for themselves, and then that is their process.
Any paths to the top of the mountain, some are quicker than others. Some people make it up there a little bit earlier, and it's kind of, all right, I see it. All right, I'm waiting. When y'all gonna get up here and see the same thing I see?
So Chef Jeff is saying, watch out for swan attacks. So I have white swans in my pool, but I've heard that there's these black swans sometimes that happen.
They just show up.
Sometimes they just show up. You just never know.
Yeah.
And I'm curious if one will be associated with that ETH merge.
Oh, that's next month?
It's September 17th or so.
Why not do it on September 11th? Let's just make it exciting.
They might.
Yeah, you never know. Might as well.
I don't know. Somewhere around there, because it's a certain block of ETH.
Yeah, it just happens whenever it happens to hit that block. That's when it changes over. Yeah, no, it's a big deal. So that's actually moving it over to proof of stake at that point then, huh? Completely? It's not proof of work anymore? No mining?
Well,
isn't that what that does?
Depends what because the miners decide. I mean, and what I'm hearing is not everybody is.
I guess they could continue to mine, the old chain. Then what do you have? Ethereum Classic 2? Or Ethereum
Ethereum POW. So I was listening to these guys on OKCoin today.
Yeah.
And I just happened to catch it live. And I was trying to learn more about this merge, whatever. And then they start talking about this guy, this old miner, which I don't know his age. And they're just talking like OG kind of old.
Like 28.
It's probably, he could be in his 20s, I don't know. But this old school OG miner of Ethereum that didn't like the new Ethereum. So he wanted to stay with Classic. And apparently he's planned this bomb on the tracks, is kind of the wording they used. And they even threw in a white hat term, which I brought my Clint Westwood white hat.
All right. It's an original.
I'm a white hat.
One of Clint Westwood white hat.
Yeah. To wear this today, but that's a Clint Westwood white hat. But anyway, they were talking about it, and they said he's planning on like kind of throwing a wrench in it, and it will cause everything to duplicate, basically. It was my understanding, and maybe you can help me clarify this.
Maybe.
But they were saying, like, basically every NFT you own, there'll be 2 of them.
It'll just be on a different chain.
There'll be 2 of them, yeah. So you'll have the one you own, and then there'll be the one. But will you also own the other one?
Well, no, because you think of it this way. I mean, you've got one path. You got one path. Okay, so think of Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. What happened? This is how I'm analogizing it.
Okay.
So you've got Bitcoin running along for several years, and then Bitcoin Cash says, "No, we're going to do this to the blocks and change this," and so you've got mining that then split off, and so they went their way, and supported this chain, at a certain breakpoint. But everything before that breakpoint still existed, so it was still part of the chain. So if you've got NFTs in this case, all those NFTs that are still there on, the main chain, the single chain that was there, they're going to break off and split. However, they both go back to the same. So it's going to be like, you can deal with them on this same chain, the one to the left and the one to the right. They're still there, part of it. It's just everything going forward from that point is, whatever the differences are in the chain. But they would still be there. Just like if you've got a Bitcoin, if you had a paper wallet that was Bitcoin in 2010, let's say, well, it's got Bitcoin Cash on it now. You can take that off in the Bitcoin Cash chain and use it. So it's all still valid. It just basically doubled it. And if that
so it would double. So
yeah,
all the
NFTs.
You
got 2 different ones, and it's like, okay,
so then does it make your NFT less valuable?
Yeah, it could. It just kind of depends on what people give energy to. I mean, at that point, they may say, well, this chain sucks. I'm not going to mess with, I got the NFT on that chain, but nobody's using it, so it really has no value. Or maybe it becomes more rare. Who knows? I mean, it kind of has to work itself out. But it would duplicate.
And then they were having this whole conversation about, will proof of work or proof of stake be more valuable? Because that's basically the split. Is there'll be a Ethereum, so there's Ethereum Classic, then there's Ethereum
the original,
and then there will be this. They called
Ethereum,
it a bomb. Proof of work is what they called it.
Yeah, Ethereum proof of work. So yeah, you'd have like
Ethereum POW is what he said.
Yeah,
and
held hostage.
Yeah, and so it would be.
We'll call it the McCain chain.
Oh,
the POW chain.
Wow.
Didn't work.
I don't like that idea because I like proof of work.
Mm-hmm.
I like.
You should like Ethereum Classic. Well, see, that's the other thing too. I think you're going to see energy moving from Ethereum. All that mining will start moving to Ethereum Classic, and I think I haven't looked at the chain and the analysis and all that stuff, but you've seen the price rise in Ethereum Classic in the last month, so that may be signaling that some of that mining that was once on Ethereum is going to move over to Ethereum Classic, because I don't know if that particular type of miner can be used on other chains. It's not like it's SHA-256 or Script. I can't even think of what they're using. Solidity, I think, is the programming language. I don't know that that's also considered the mining algorithm. But so those miners might be moving to Ethereum Classic, or they might move to this other proof of work chain. So you're going to see this kind of diaspora probably of mining where it wants to go. That could be a little dicey. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then the proof of work thing, though, with Ethereum, you put out a tweet about this as far as, is it really decentralized when 53% of it's on Amazon Web Services? And then 2 other companies, which equals three companies. Yes, 3/4 of the entire, nodes are running on 3 companies' platforms. So what happens if for some reason, well, we don't like what you're doing, the government comes in and says, Amazon Web Services, you're not running that anymore. Okay, that's 53% of the mining, or not mining, but staking nodes.
Or pulls a Duquan on you or something.
Right.
My gosh.
Pretty centralized, I would think, in that aspect.
Remember that song, Hit the Quan?
If I remember that. We'll drink a little bit more. Maybe I will. So yeah, that's something to think about, I don't know. And then I look at the charts, and by the middle of September, it looks like a lot of things, are coming to a pinch point, and they're going to have to make a decision. Are they going to break down, or are they going to shoot up? and this is kind of against Bitcoin, a lot of the other altcoins. So I don't know, that could be a crunch time, come around September 11th, you might see some action taking place, which that's what usually happens, when you have these events. September is always a big month. So are we going to see like some major boom in crypto, or are we going to see a major dump, or, who knows? Be interesting to watch. We're here.
I don't know. It's just been, there's a huge arrest in El Salvador. And I thought this was really interesting. They are using, when I looked into this, they have arrested over 50,000 gang members in El Salvador. And I'm like, where in the heck are they putting them? I don't know if it's letting you guys see this.
50,000?
50,000 gang members. And so it says they are using this article, the one, they're using like a government building to hold them in, which I thought was very interesting considering some of our government buildings that have fences around them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's where a lot of them belong. They're in the right spot already.
Yeah.
Congress people are gang members, they're kind of gang heads, some of them.
Yeah.
Schumer, Pelosi.
Drugs and cell phones.
Just ask the Space Force, because they're now controlling all the satellite communications, aren't they? We'll know all the info, the download.
They are, and
taking over.
That was another really wild tweet I saw. It's a former commander, Navy SEAL, and he was talking about the Stargates, and he listed some of the locations, and some of them are those bases that were listed in the NDAA, which I thought was very interesting. That there's that huge change of property in the military, where now Space Force and the Marines and the National Guard are the majority owner of most of the. It was the largest financial transfer of power in the military, like in the history of the military, and a lot of the locations he listed were those bases.
So
I love this. I thought this was
so funny.
I
remember that.
And he was saying, and he's saying, go to the house. So there's a theory that
excellent.
There is a theory, excellent, that, and which I do not think it would be good for America for Trump to come back, to be honest, because
not at this point, probably.
I think the people need to learn, the Constitution, and they need to know that the people need to protect themselves. The people need to know, not have a savior other than Jesus.
Amen.
Come protect them.
World needs a lot of Jesus.
Yes, the world needs a lot of Jesus, but it doesn't need to be, we don't need to be disempowered by thinking that Donald Trump saved America.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No,
as much as I love Trump, I'm not saying
you don't want to have a demagogue come up and be the cult of personality to save you. It's like, save yourself.
But there is, at the same time, a theory that he could be the Speaker of the House, because you do not have to be
elected,
a member of the House or elected. Right. They can choose anyone to be the Speaker of the House. Mm-hmm. And he could do that or hold that position while the U.S. transitions,
Yeah, I mean, it needs to come down to that point where we understand, and I mentioned that. I've been seeing Concord, like 3 times today I've seen Concord, the word Concord. I'm just like, okay.
Well, those are those planes.
Yeah, so I saw the plane, and then there was another one I saw, and then I saw the Concord, came up with the Paul Revere thing, and it's just, I mean, and so I'm like, all right, I need a little refresher, and I went back and looked at the Paul Revere's ride in Concord and the British, they were coming by land or by sea, and they were going to try and take out, the powder gunpowder, in Concord, they had weapons, armory, that kind of thing. They were going to go try and take it out. And then all these people, from the countryside, these Lexington Minutemen, all these militia, the people came out and ran them all off and, shot, heard around the world, that thing, and started off the Revolutionary War. But it was just the people who were just everyday people living there, colonists, you could call them, the people settling the land who finally said, no, I don't care if the military's coming for me, the IRS agents are coming for me. No, we're not going to take this. Get out of here. And so you had, citizens asserting their, not citizens,
I know, but Uncle Cliff
sovereign
said,
people asserting their
please
rights.
don't do that.
I know,
Uncle Cliff said, don't encourage that and don't do
if
that.
they're coming to your homes, I mean, what are you going to do, But I don't think they are. They don't have enough force.
I don't think they
There's
are.
just not enough devoted
I think it's
people.
just fear porn.
I think it is too. You see the IRS training videos. Did you see the
I'm not afraid of them. Yeah.
It's just like, hey, got nothing to do, tired of playing video games? Come on out and put on a jacket. And it's just, what? I know. So I don't know if it's like almost like a spoof to make everybody just say, well, see what a joke it is, or if they're really serious. Because if they're really serious, and this is like official, released video type stuff, I mean, it's embarrassing. These people, they don't even know what they're in for. Give me a break. So I don't know. The whole thing's clowny at this point.
It's very clowny at this
Dementia
point.
Joe, after he signs, the bill, the Inflation Increase Act, to where he's just like staring into nothingness and nowhere land. And
So Hillary is selling hats that say "but her emails," and her cheekbones are like up this high, and
that ain't her.
That is not her.
That's like 20 years ago, if it is.
Yes. Yeah. Or 40 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's no way that's her. I mean, I don't know. There's so many different Hillarys, because you see the one going into the van, and then you see there's just so many different looks, and it's like, okay, which one's the real one? I mean, really, you can't think that there's just one by looking at all of them, because they all look different.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe she doesn't exist anymore.
Oh my gosh, you have to watch Pawn Stars.
I used to watch it. I saw you put that out. It's on Netflix. So
they have a new series released. And it has so much history in it. Yeah, it has like, I was sharing the crap out of them last night, because they have stuff on coins in it. They had stuff on guns. They had stuff on oh my gosh, what all else? I don't know. I probably shared like 3 or 4 episodes on it.
Crazy.
I was going crazy. Yeah.
I don't know if the chat's not loading for me or what. It's like it's frozen. I'm out here on the far reaches of the property. So
I'll go over and check.
Does it look like it's running on the YouTube side?
Let's see. It looks like...
Or maybe nobody's here.
No, Silver Jim, Tom,
yeah, I'm not
Randy,
seeing any of it.
Chef Jeff, Daddy-O, Blind Dave.
Killing me.
All
right, let me fix it.
Who else is in here?
Okay, well, that's me.
Polly P. Denise Baker. Denise, thank you so much for mailing that to, she donated that silver bar, for Team Mighty. And Gary M. had the winning bid, and she mailed that to him.
Nice. He's been winning. Gary's been winning. He was at St. Louis and won a Bix Weir package in the raffle. He's winning. I'm tired of winning by now, I imagine.
Yeah. Rick is here.
Okay, it's just me then. It's this other device that I've got is not connecting to the
Chef Jeff,
Wi-Fi
Kevin
network.
Smith,
Perfect.
Holly, Tom, J Mac. Oh my gosh,
I haven't seen J Mac
in so long.
Oh, I'm so irritated now. I can't even see the comments.
Mitchie's Motivational Monday.
Magic Mitch's Monday.
Oh, he's jumping in the shower.
Well, so don't break it.
He may not be there. Daddy-O's so wonderful. He made, we had misplaced a set of coasters that he sent for the event, and he remade another set. Those should be arriving at your bar any day now.
Oh, okay.
Because Paulie had the winning bid, but then he's giving them to the bar.
So
at Westwood.
I'm out of the loop. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah. And Warrior 32's in the chat. Good to see you.
Awesome. Can't have enough bar memorabilia.
Oh, and Frog Wallets
Aired.
Johnny and I did Aired
Sorry.
is in the chat. Johnny and I did a quick video on those. Those were great. Thank you for sending those. Trini is in the chat. Good to see you. Aquarian done napping. Happy Friday. Oh, good. Having an adult beverage. Cheers.
Perfect.
Everybody remember to wear red on Friday for
Or
everyone
at least
deployed.
drink out of a red cup.
Yes, that's right. For everyone deployed. Cheers to all the veterans and everyone deployed.
Well, that's very frustrating. I've got no live chat to watch. So, hi, everybody.
I wonder why
Thanks
you
for being
can't
here. Love
see
y'all.
it.
I don't know. Well, I went off of it, and then I went back in, and it's not scrolling anymore. It looks the video's live, but the chat's not live. So I don't know what I did.
Oh, Daddy O says check your mailbox. They show delivered.
Oh, I guess I should go get the mail. See this, Lisa? She gives me a hard time for not even leaving the property. When I don't leave the property,
He doesn't even go to the
I
mailbox.
don't even cross the road to go to the mailbox. I don't leave the
funny.
property.
I know, but I think I'm
go
going to have to make you. I'm really considering going to Vegas for Litecoin Summit. So here is my thought.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen in September. Are we going to be able to go to Vegas?
Is it going to rain like crazy in Vegas, and the casinos are going to flood like it has been?
I don't
get
know.
a lot of rain, and I've seen the images of the casinos, taking on water, and so I don't know. We'll see what happens, I guess. But man, Vegas. Ugh.
I know, but I'm thinking if we go early and maybe because I think Mom wants to go. She's even talking. I think she even bought a ticket, to be honest. She was planning it. Yeah, she was already planning it. I was like, Mom, I'm not even sure if I'm going. And she's like, oh,
well, I guess I'll be a land-based gambler all on my own.
I know. I was like, oh no. Oh, there's Ronnie. I haven't seen her in forever. Good to see you, Ronnie.
Oh, there's Ronnie. Yeah, I can't see the chat, so I've just given up on it. I'm just going to go freestyling.
Who else is in here? Laura, Polly P. Westwood Summit, Polly says.
Westwood Summit. Okay, maybe. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Man, that's 2 months away. That Litecoin Summit.
And now it's going so fast.
October 13th, Litecoin will have been running 11 years, nonstop. I just jinxed it. Probably freeze up tonight.
It's not
freeze up and go to zero so I can buy all the
coins. Because it's being confirmed by Dogecoin, which will run forever because it has infinite coins. So miners will continue to mine Doge.
That's the beauty of it. You make a good point because Doge is an inflationary coin. It's a mined coin though, and so it takes work to create it. Yeah. But it's always going to have this. That's like Social Security, I guess. They'll just keep on running it. You still get it. I don't know what it'll be worth.
Social Security is going to run out for sure.
I don't know. Hey, you're making $1,000 a month, but you tank of gas costs you $500. So
yeah.
Still got your money. You still got your poker chips.
Uncle Cliff was talking about that, but it's really happening now. People are well. Literally, so our daughter, our oldest daughter, Charlie's daughter, changed her job because she was having to drive, and it costs so much for gas that she was like, I'm literally paying to work.
Yeah.
With her job, so she quit her job.
They'll automate her out of a job soon, so it won't matter.
Well, and then so she got another job. But she's like, it's just almost to the point where I'm not making any money because unless I can walk to work or get, something really close to where I work, it just doesn't,
But then you think about that then, because you've seen the supply chain destruction. You've seen all of these, outsourcing kind of starting to fall on its face because you don't have cheap energy and you don't, have the cheap labor anymore with inflation because they've created so much money. You need more money to pay for the things that you need. Does that have the boomerang effect of making things force it to go local? You know, I mean, does that kind
Yeah, I
of
think it
make
does.
things become more local because it's like,
But
screw that, I'm not leaving the property,
just
you know?
today, there was a huge, hold on. Am I sharing this? I don't know if I'm sharing the screen or not. Hold on, let me go back. No, I'm not.
Now you are.
There's already been some big.
Damn it.
Hold on. Where is it?
Technical difficulties.
Okay, they're starting to turn off the oil to Venezuela, another country. Russia shut off the oil to Germany, and then there was another one. Oh, there's this thing that you guys can read about. What's the other? Hold on. There are grants for Colorado. Where is it? Here it is. Small business capital funds for 4 states. So it says the Treasury Department said on Friday it approved additional plans for the state small business. And I think you're going to see more of this, where like each state is going to have. Hold on. Let me open this up. The U.S. Treasury said Friday it approved for additional state plans for the Small Business Credit Initiative worth $750 million, bringing total approvals to $2.25 billion. The $10 billion SSBCI program aims to address the shortage of capital for new business startups and other small business developments, particularly in disadvantaged communities, by attracting. It says $10, but that can't be right. Private investments for every dollar. Oh, okay. $10 of private investment for every dollar of taxpayer funding. It was reauthorized and expanded as part of last year's $1.9 trillion American Rescue Plan. The state plan approval was announced Friday for New York, Colorado, Oregon, and Montana. Include a variety of VC capital funds, loan participation programs, loan guarantees, and collateral support programs to make capital more accessible to small firms and entrepreneurs. New York State was approved for $501.5 million. Let's see. The state has allocated $154 million programs to provide equity support to small businesses through private venture capitals and accelerator funds. Colorado was approved for $104.7 million. Oregon for $83.5 million, and Montana for up to $61.3 million, the Treasury said. So very interesting.
Money,
I think you're going to see more of that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think it has to at some point go local, just because you see with our little foreign entanglements that we continually get ourselves into and making enemies, it's just unaffordable. Well, I saw today, sat down after work and watched Fox Business, and they had, this kind of goes in with automation to where, we need more money. You got college loans supposedly are going to go kick back in. You're going to start making payments next month.
No.
Oh, did they stop it again?
No, there were 2 different things that gave forgiveness on the college loans. Hold on, I have those back to back. Did I lose you? Hold on, let's see. I just can't hear you.
The chat, so I don't. There we are.
Oh, okay. Back? I was like, I cannot hear you.
I know, everything went dark.
Everything went dark.
Dark to light. Here we are.
Dark to light. Hold on.
So you're not going to have to pay back that student loan now again? Still?
I do not think so. Hold on. They switched it to a different like fund or something, or forgiveness, or somebody else is forgiving it. So hold on. Let me find the articles.
Oh, the big.
Ron DeSantis announced 20 individuals were arrested in Florida for the Big F.
Huh, imagine that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not afraid to say what he thinks.
Yeah.
And actually put it into action. A lot of people like him. Like him a lot.
Okay. Where is it? Yeah. There's Hillary's robot malfunctioning.
That one's a classic right there. I mean,
Yeah.
You tell me she wasn't messed up. I mean, even Roger Stone said that. Who was it? No, it was there was an insider. What was the guy's name? He used to be part of the Clinton campaign and kind of a fixer for him. I think he passed away. I can't remember the dude's name, and he would tell stories about it and how, yeah, she definitely had like problems with her eyes and couldn't walk up and down steps very well. And I mean, she just had a lot of stuff going on in her head. Then you see that meltdown from the head bobble. Yeah, so that one, I don't know if she's still around. Don't see much of her.
I don't know. There were a lot of them. Okay.
What was that guy's name?
Crashes and burns. Biden has to hand over his, the judge made him hand over all the stuff. Let's see. Drones in Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah, and the worst first lady got the big C after being double pricked and boosted.
Yeah.
Come on. Give me a break.
Probably just wants her husband to stay away from her.
Need to social distance.
Social distancing, please.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Does that include sniffing?
I think so. Where were my two?
I don't know. But if you're in Canada, the only 4 cryptos you can buy unlimited fun with your funds, in unlimited amounts are Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and Ethereum. The rest are regulating you. You can only have 30,000 of them a year. You can purchase $30,000 worth, according to the Canadian government.
Okay. I thought here's another 17. Alan Weisselberg is charged with taking more than 1.7 off the books compensation of Trump organizations. So, that will expose a bunch more stuff.
What are we looking for? Student loans?
I'm still looking for I tweet a lot.
The feed goes deep.
Yes.
And this is just in the last
Placido Domingo. No, this is from a couple days ago. Placido Domingo is being linked to a criminal sect in Villa Crespo. I don't know.
All these
organization
people,
involved in, they're all involved in, bad stuff. In Argentina, this one.
That's what unlimited money does, though. Unlimited corruption. So you need sound money for the digital age. Litecoin. What is Litecoin? $55. What's your buy point? Where's your buy price, Litecoin, Lisa? It dipped. It's $55.
I don't know. I don't have any cash.
Oh. Trust me. I'm with you. I got so much I got to do, and I'm looking at it like I'm looking at the pavilion. I'm like, I got to get some metal on that.
This is huge. We need to talk about this. The opioid crisis. An Ohio judge ruled that Walmart, CVS, and Walgreens must pay a combined $650.6 million for damages related to the opioid crisis. There is, and there's actually 2 of these huge lawsuits going on. So I think this is huge. I think it's interesting that they went after Walmart, CVS, and Walgreens instead of going after the opioid manufacturer.
Right. There was one company. What was it? It was Purdue, not the chicken company, but Purdue Pharmaceuticals. It was a private company. There's actually a documentary about it, or a made-for-TV documentary, whatever, that shows how they push the opioids on people and convince the doctors that, there's no such thing as pain. They had some doctor on their board or whatever. There's no such thing as pain. It's just unprescribed opiates. you're not prescribing enough opiates, and it's the way they push this stuff out on people and addicted them and ruined communities. I mean, the poorest of communities, I mean, they really wiped them out and got them addicted. And then you think, okay, what are opioids? Where do they come from? The word opium. Where is the biggest producer of opium at? Afghanistan. And, what happened in Afghanistan? And it seems like opium just exploded once we invaded them, because of Osama bin Laden, of course. And it's you start putting the pieces together and it's like, okay, everything's connected. I mean, somebody made a lot of money on this.
The Bush family, generational.
There you go.
There's the plane.
There it is.
American Airlines. Yes, the Concorde. So American Airlines places a deposit on 20 supersonic planes. And these are the planes. And I think that's why
planes, the triangular ones that you see.
Well, if that one turns sideways, it might have a triangle.
Right.
Oh, look, that is the symbol that I have been seeing. See this little bird thing on the back?
I'm trying to see.
That's one of those new logos I've been seeing on some of the.
Like a logo scan to where you can place it, see where else
it says Overture.
Overture, huh? Speaking of opera and Placido Domingo, now we have the Overture.
Well, there you go.
I don't know. Just making connections like some kind of freaking crazy schizo at this point. I have no idea.
Yeah. I don't know. There's been some really weird stuff. Our water bill was insane.
I saw Charlie made a post about that. I'm like, what?
Like $1,300.
How is that? I mean, what'd you do? Drain the pool and fill it 3 times?
No, we didn't. And so
been drinking a lot of water? You're staying hydrated? Is that what it is?
Very hydrated.
Okay.
No, but then I see this where this luxury neighborhood
Tito's in water now? Is that what it is?
Allegedly filled with stolen city water. So I tagged. We have this amazing state auditor, Cindy Bird. And so I tagged her in this. And I was like, hey, will you check this out?
Yeah,
is that why my water bill is so high? Is because I'm paying
no
for them to fill their pond?
I mean, how can it be that high?
Well, like a day or two later, they pulled a Hummer, an algae-covered Hummer out of this pond.
And were there bodies in it?
I did not get the full report, but I don't know. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. Have you talked to other people? I mean,
I haven't heard any more information about it.
That's insane.
And it's just it's north of the county line, but it's in our town. The town is over the county line and on this side of the county line. It was very strange, but
wow.
Okay, here's the loan stuff. There's this one. Education Department announces federal loan discharge for ITT students.
Okay.
So that's discharge all remaining federal student loans for borrowers who attended ITT. Then Biden administration cancels another $3.9 billion student loan debt for former for-profit college students. So there's 2 more. That's another. That's more college.
Just letting it go. Debt. Letting it go. The problem I have with it, though, is that they're picking winners and losers. It's like if you attended this college, I'd be ticked off. It's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Why not mine?
Well, and how about a refund for those of us that worked 2 jobs and paid it for it?
Right. Can we get that inflation adjusted, or is it going to be like a Mt. Gox thing to where it's like they'll pay you, the value that you put into the Bitcoin, not the Bitcoin.
Not the actual. Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of crazy.
That's interesting.
And I thought this was interesting that the Federal Reserve was issuing guidance for banks on crypto.
They're all.
Did you see that?
I did. I didn't get into the weeds on it, but I did see that, and it's just
Tuesday.
It's here. I mean, it's coming, and you're going to get into crypto, like it or not, and they're going to try and shuttle you into the ones they want you to be in, the CBDCs and whatever else they offer, and push on you. That's why it's so important right now. It's so compelling. I'm compelling you right now to look at the solid cryptos and get into them. That's why I keep harping on Litecoin at $55 for one Litecoin.
Yeah,
you need to look at it. You need to look at the fundamentals of it and realize it's a finite asset and it's super on sale.
Yeah.
Super duper on sale. Coming from the guy with cornfields at his back. Green
There
screen.
you go.
I'm actually in my basement, you know, in sweatpants. And actually, I don't even have sweatpants on anymore. I'm just, you know, sitting around in underwear.
Somebody's talking in your
eating
ear, telling you
Cheetos,
what to do.
and I've just got this fake background, and you know, it's not real. It's not real smoke. It's just a, you know, prop. So, you know, take it for what it's worth. But you should look into Litecoin.
Get it? I get it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, definitely should. Big deal. I see Mitch is over there in the pavilion. You know, he's sitting down in the.
He's took a shower.
Chair. The easy Mitch chair over
there.
there.
Charlie's over. Well, he was. Oh no, he's in the pool now.
Yeah. He's over there chilling. He'd have to come over here and get to stand up. See, so I'm like that guy, you know, that's you know, in Congress, the filibuster guy, to where it's like, I'm not gonna go to the bathroom. I'm gonna stand up this whole time and make y'all suffer. I'm gonna be the last one standing. I'm gonna make y'all uncomfortable. So you want to be part of this? You're gonna have to stand up too. See, he's over there. Yeah, baby. He's chilling.
I heard
sitting
him.
back. He's probably drinking. Who knows what? Bar's open. You know.
Yeah, the bar is open.
It's always open.
Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Friday, for sure.
What you drinking today, Lisa?
I'm having a little Zevia and Tito's.
Zevia and
Cheers.
Tito's. I thought maybe it was water. You know, going through a lot of water because you're mixing water and Tito's now. That's why the water bill's so high.
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
No, I'm being good. I have ice.
Tequila with water on ice. That's what I'm drinking. Kind of a tequila day. A little bit hot. See, I shamed him into coming over here. Look at him. He's gonna make his way over. Shamed him.
Come join us.
Shame me into it. What's up, guys?
Shamed him into walking over here. He's got to lean on me, though. He can't stand up on his own.
He's been working all day.
Look at him.
He's exhausted. Yeah.
He said he was working
He's
today. I don't know.
hard.
He's left the house, and I don't know where he went.
Working all week.
Yeah.
Killing it.
He's doing something.
Projects.
Love you all.
Good to see you. Love you.
Go check out Mitch's channel. The easiest way to get there, because every time I search for it, I can't find it. So what you want to do is you want to go to clintwestwood.net, and I got a direct link under community resources. You can go to Mitch's channel, subscribe to his YouTube channel. Every Monday he puts out some magical Mitchery in this that you want to listen to.
It's very motivational.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Sorry. It is. I know.
Breeze. He choked me up.
Sometimes
I get choked up.
Choked up.
It's his bedtime already, Daddy-o. So.
Yeah, he's out. He's kicking back. He's going to pass out in that chair. That's going to be it.
He's out.
Yep. Everybody makes fun of Mitch going to bed early. That's what it is.
Hard-working man. He's got things to do. Yeah. So we started school this week. I've got to get to bed early tonight because we have training.
Oh gosh.
Pancakes and poudre is tomorrow.
Pancakes and what?
Poudre.
What is that?
It's our trainer is this guy.
Poudre.
I can't remember his first name. Dr. Poudre. He's
so that's
professor.
His name. Okay.
Yes. Poudre.
Professor Poudre.
Professor Poudre.
Professor Poudre. That's kind of tough to say.
And so he teaches
Dr. Poudre.
Yeah, we have to all watch the video together, and then he trains you like how to teach your kid grammar and writing.
Oh, okay.
And all this. It's very.
There was a time I could do that, not anymore, even though that's my degree.
I cannot.
I can't.
Like
diagram sentences.
It's like torture for me.
It is torture. I hated it.
Is it really important that you know what is a transitive verb?
Yes.
Is it important?
No, because when you communicate with everyone who is younger than us right now, you do it in acronyms and letters. So it's LOL, and you need to learn things like that. So if you can understand what that terminology is, then you're set. You know, there's no structure anymore. It's just emotions like spilled out.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. It's a lot of work. I mean,
how many letters have you written, Litecoin Lisa?
I've written a lot of letters.
Have you? Okay. Well, you're a rare one then, because most people right now, it's just like fragmented sentences is all they communicate with, you know, via text.
No, I write. So in the morning when I get up, I take my medicine, brush my teeth, take a shower, all that stuff. Then I go and I have like an energy drink. And I take my New Eden. I
New
make
Eden.
sure to, yeah, my aloe stuff that I'm taking.
Okay.
And then I have to go through my emails. And so I write letters to people. I check my Patreon and make sure I message anybody who's sent me a message. Like,
good reason
so
to join Lisa's
letters
Patreon, because she's communicating with you.
time.
She's taking the time to do that. And
Yeah,
getting
I
back
send
to
letters
you.
all the time.
Okay. Well, you might need to diagram sentences then. You should learn.
And I just talk to them.
Just saying. I had a note, Flippy. I recorded a little video and put it out on Twitter. And I knew this was coming. You know how you had, not that this really means anything anymore. Everybody was fighting for $15 an hour wage, you know, fast food workers, and people are protesting. This was kind of before the inflation run up. And hey, we need a fair wage, $15 an hour. So here's what's happened. I knew this would happen. They're going to automate everything. And I saw this coming. You're going to have machines. And now there's this thing called Flippy. It's a machine. It's like $3,000 a month. And this company brings it in. And White Castle's like one of the ones that's demoing it. And they're going to bring on 100 of these machines. Basically replaces the food prep people. And so all the food people do is they pour in the ingredients and put it in there in the hoppers. And then this machine, I'm sure, is connected, especially like you have an app and you put your order in, boom, boom, boom. It's already, the machine knows what to make, and it's like, joop, 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 joop. And the people just need to wrap it up and serve it at that point. You don't have any food prep people anymore. And it's saving these companies money by eliminating workers, because it's $3,000 a month, you know, and it can work 24/7. And so these companies figure, you know what, why pay the employee anymore? Let's just automate it. And you're going to see more and more of this stuff. And I don't really understand, you know, from the concept of everybody I talk to, they can't find workers, can't find employees.
I know. People are saying nobody wants to work. That's where.
Is it that, or are they just disappearing?
I don't know.
Where are the workers?
I don't know.
And how are they getting paid? How are you making money?
Well, apparently Joe Biden pays for kids, is what my the guy that helps Charlie with the yard. That's literally what he said. He said he can't get anyone to come work for him because Joe Biden pays for kids.
What?
That's what he said. He doesn't speak English very good. You know, he's from Mexico.
Oh,
and so he was really angry. Yeah, and he was like, he said FJB, and Charlie was like, what? And he's like, yeah. And he said FJB. He said, no, I can't get anybody to come work for me. Because he's like, what are you doing? You know, why are you working? Usually, you know, he's driving around checking on the crews that work for him. He's like, what are you doing? You know, helping with the yard. And he's like, I can't get anybody to come work for me. He said, so he goes, he said, they want me to pay them and they want to stay home.
UBI. Yes. See, this is conditioning people for universal basic income.
Yes.
I mean, and so they're going to like, hey, okay, why not? I'll take it. You know, send it to my CBDC account. You know, and boom, I got it. And I can, you know, pay for my metaverse gaming. And I can, you know, have my Uber Eats delivered. And Flippy can make me some White Castles and Uber Eats will deliver it. And Amazon shows up with the drone and drops off everything. And I can see
I'll just live in my, you know, government housing, and I'll just live in my whatever, and as long as I don't
got my digital metaverse,
my little bit,
I can escape and, you know, be in any place that I want at any time. I mean, there are people who are fine with that, absolutely fine with that. And here I am outside, you know, wanting to be outside doing a video, and it's, but there's a lot of people that'll buy into that. I don't know, brave new world we're living in, I guess.
I think people are going to wake up, though. I mean, I don't know. Every time I hear something horrible, and I'm like, okay, this is the thing. This is the thing that people will be like, oh, no way, that's enough, you know.
But see, we're in a transition, and so up close, like we are right now, we're like up close, seeing it firsthand.
Yeah,
it's kind of like, you know, when you'll look back and you'll kind of see that in a bigger picture that it's not. I don't know, it just looks bad, I guess, you know, with our view right now, because we're seeing it like firsthand, you know, we're like right in the middle of the accident.
Well, it's like when you talk to, when you talk to people that went through the Great Depression, they didn't know it was the Great Depression at the time.
No, because you're kind of living through it day by day.
Because everyone's in it with you. No, that's just the way things were. Everyone was broke. Everybody, you know, lived in a one-bedroom house and figured it out. Yeah. And so we will at some point look back on this time and have perspective and be like, oh my God, we survived that. We lived through that,
You survived that dollar crash where the money reset. And, oh my gosh, was it terrible? I mean, could you not get things? And I mean,
yeah.
I saw an interview, an on the street interview with a homeless person who said he's voluntarily homeless. And I think it was in San Francisco. I'm pretty sure it was in San Francisco. And the guy says he gets $600 a month in benefits and then $200 in food stamps, food support. And he's like, why would I want to do anything else? I got my cell phone. I got internet. I am doing this by choice. They're paying me to live in this tent. I mean, he was dead serious. So how many people are there like that just, I don't care. I'm opting out. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to do anything. I got everything I need. I got my phone. I got my internet. Yeah. And I'm making $800 a month in cash, basically.
And he doesn't have to comply with.
Yeah, he just does what he wants. And he feels, that's what he said. He's like, why would I want to get a job at this point? And if you roll out universal basic income, that's what I mean. I think most of Americans are already on universal basic income because you look at Social Security, you look at disability, people that are, that can't work, and you look at all these programs. And so I don't think we're that far from it. I really don't.
Yeah.
It's just, what does that mean for society? Where does that put us?
Paying the homeless to be homeless, Mark says. Yeah.
Pretty much. And that's what he said. He's like, why would I
Miss
not
Teen Crypto's here. She says,
Miss
smash
Teen
the likes. Thank you.
Thank you,
Sweet
Miss Teen
girl.
Crypto. She's doing all kinds of interviews all over the place.
I know. I'm so proud of her.
We've seen her
I
just
shouldn't say I'm so
explode.
proud of her. I think she's amazing.
She has. She's worked so hard to build what she's done. I mean, it's just pretty impressive. If anybody at age 19, you're just out of high school, she's followed her passion. And I don't know if she's going to college. Why would you? Because she's the one teaching. I mean, she's the professor at this point.
That's right.
You know what I mean? I mean, she's carving out this whole educational life experience thing. She is the university, that you can learn from, rather than
Professor Miss Teen Crypto.
Right. No, I'm serious. I mean, she's going to be the teacher because she's done it all. You go and they're going to teach like in my daughter's in high school. It's her senior year, and there's this digital media. I can't remember what the class is.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, it's like this digital media use class or whatever it is. And I'm thinking, okay, think if you went to college for this. Miss Teen Crypto is actually doing that. You're going to go to college to, okay, how do you get views on Twitter, or how do you, Instagram, or, Snapchat, how do you utilize these protocols, and they teach you how to do that. And it's like, you're paying money when somebody like Miss Teen Crypto is actually doing it. It's like, there's nothing better than experience. It's just getting out there and using the tools and doing it. Why have someone tell you what you need to do? Go out and do it. And that's what she's doing. So that's awesome. I love it. She's done so much. I mean, and just in the last year.
And supports the community. Right. I mean, it's all about that.
She's going to be speaking at the Litecoin Summit.
Oh, awesome. See, another reason we should go. Westwood.
I went to the first two. I'm 2 for 2. I'm 2 for 2.
Did I go to 2 or just 1?
1. Yeah, they've only had 2. They had the one in 2018 in South San Francisco, and then the one in Vegas in 2019.
So then I just went to 1, the 2019.
And then it was, the whole pandemic thing got in the way.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
But it's my birthday weekend. That weekend. That's my only thing.
And
maybe
Charlie
I should
Lee's
throw a
gonna be
big
singing
birthday
happy
party.
Birthday, right? Charlie Lee's going to sing happy birthday to you, I hear. And then there's going to be a
don't
mystery
think so.
guest jumping out of a cake.
I don't think so. Litecoin Foundation doesn't even know my birthday exists. I don't think.
Well, they will.
No.
If I got to put out a tweet every day and promote it and get their attention,
I don't
tag
think
them on
they're
it
too worried about it. I think
cake
I'm a little
with
too
11 candles on it.
controversial for the but
so you're going to be celebrating your birthday. So I could go either way with this. I could say, she's going to be 60 years old this year. And she's beautiful.
75.
75-year-old. Just like Lisa. I don't even know how old she is, but I know she looks wonderful for her age. You would never know.
I'll be 75 this year.
Look at her. Best looking 75-year-old I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Am I right? Hit the thumbs up. Agree. Subscribe.
I
Check out
know,
the
Mitch.
Patreon.
I agree. Why do they pick Vegas? It's because Charlie Lee likes to gamble. But I'm like, Charlie, you can go any other time and
I know.
not and you can gamble and then.
There's river boats in the Midwest.
Yeah. Jeez.
You know, come out here to the God's
Pick
country.
anywhere else but not Vegas.
I would even do it in Chicago even. You know, not that I'm a big fan of Chicago, but I mean, bring it to the Midwest, and you know, there's a lot going on up there. So
Yeah, Chicago.
I know, I don't like it either, but
libtard land,
yeah.
like no way. What a dump.
Vegas, like
Oklahoma's nice.
Oklahoma City. Doing Oklahoma City.
We've got casinos here. You'd be supporting the Native American culture.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Bringing it home, full circle.
Yeah.
Back to the roots. I don't know.
There we go.
I don't know. I we'll see. Can't commit either way.
I don't know. Yeah.
I just don't like Vegas. I just don't like it. I don't like the vibe.
I know. Ugh. At least we're not staying at the Cosmopolitan.
Yeah, that was a little
like
esoteric.
That place was creepy.
Yeah, definitely.
Where is it this year?
The Link, L-I-N-Q. I don't know anything about the Link Hotel. Link.
L-I-N-Q.
Link. Yeah.
Was that the one that looks like a lion?
I don't know. I have no idea. That's probably MGM.
Or looks like a
I don't know anything about Vegas. I'm just
like a sphinx.
A sphinx? No, that's like what's the Egyptian name for it? It's got the light shining out of it.
Oh.
Excalibur? Is that it? I don't know.
I don't know.
I have no idea, but it's at the Link. What is it? The 21st and 22nd, I think, of October is when the Litecoin Summit is.
20th and 21st.
Oh, is it the 20th and 21st?
I believe so.
Oh. Somebody fact check that. Yeah, fact check that because
that's what I thought it was. Are you fact checking me? Seriously?
No, I'm not fact checking you.
Oh, no, you may be correct. Friday and Saturday would be the 21st and 22nd.
Oh, okay. I wasn't.
So you may be correct. But I really thought I saw something that said
I thought it was too.
21st.
I think this is like a Mandela effect thing.
Let me double check.
Isn't that what it's called? Mandela? That'd be the Mandela effect, where it's
look on
Mandela's
Twitter.
Mandela effect.
Coin.
I think it's the 21st and 2nd because I think it was Friday and Saturday, and I thought, well, that's interesting. Friday and Saturday, huh? Okay.
Oh my
it's
God.
Usually during the day, week, I think. Whatever.
Oh, it's terrible.
I got no money to go. I'm out.
Okay, wait. I know that's part of it. I'm broke. Let's see.
As what was it? As Joe Pesci says to Sharon Stone in the movie Casino, says, "You want me to be your sponsor? I'll be your sponsor. I'll be your sponsor. I need a sponsor."
Here is the summit. 21st and 22nd. You are correct.
There it is. Bingo. Once in a while, that broken clock is right. What is it? Twice a day it's right? There you go.
Yeah. Let's see here. There we go.
How much is it?
62 days.
The
tickets don't go up until September 1st. So right now they're still, I think they're $229 for like if you pay with crypto.
Okay, so
$225 if you pay with Litecoin.
Right, yeah.
And $249 if you pay with dirty fiat.
Yeah.
And then
get a nice, I mean, they do. You get a nice package of stuff when you go. I mean, the last 2 times I went, I mean, what was it?
Here's the speakers.
It's quite a few nice things in the package.
Oh, Wendio and Gemma.
Yeah, who's all going to be there speaking?
Charlie Lee, David M. Webb. Yeah. Clemens Lay. I don't know who that is. Jason Powell.
Jim's going to be there, huh?
Interesting. View all speakers. I know Johnny's going to be there. Bobby Lee.
Johnny
Randy
Litecoin.
Hipper, Miss Creatine.
I'm telling you.
That's adorable picture. David Schwartz. Love that guy. Here's Maddie Greenspan.
Fellow Midwesterner, David Schwartz.
Yes, good guy. Tom Crown. Alan Austin, the one and only.
Also known as, well, he's probably better known for his brother, the chef.
I thought it was his
pizza.
cousin.
Is it his cousin? Okay, his relation.
I think it's his cousin,
pizza
that Italian chef.
Yeah, that's it.
And then, let's see, Simon Yu, founder of Stormex. I haven't heard of him. Andrew Yang, Tom Crown, Winston Justice.
There's Johnny Litecoin right there.
There's John Moore. They don't put Johnny. They need to put Johnny.
Put Johnny. It's Johnny Litecoin.
Johnny.
John Litecoin. Johnny.
Yeah.
Johnny. He was like, I think him and David Schwartz were the first people I met associated with, in person, associated with Litecoin. Because when I went to the summit in 2018, across the, there's like this event center, and then there's a hotel right next door, and there's a bar in there. And I show up, and there's Bitcoin Ben sitting there, Snippy sitting there, and at the bar there's Johnny Litecoin and David Schwartz. Yeah. And I walk in, I'm like, I don't know anybody, and they're like, hey, Johnny and David are like, hey, how you doing? Introducing you on, let me follow you. Let's follow each other on Twitter, and just really cool. And so it was a really great experience. The first experience with Litecoin. I mean, it is. I
remember watching
that community
Ben.
Coin.
Yeah, Ben on the videos, and he's like, Bix, you got to come out here. People are like buying me beers and stuff.
I know, it was wild. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, but you got a great community in Litecoin that's real solid. That the reason why they're in Litecoin is because they see the fundamentals and that it is sound money and want to escape a vampire system. So they've seen that everything will go digital, is going digital. So you need sound money for the digital age, and you want to bring as many people into the fold as you can to maybe save them from the vampires. And that's all Litecoin people want to do, is try and help other people get into it. And it's just, I'm not trying to say, oh, this is the best coin ever. All you other coins suck. No, it's not like that at all. No,
everybody do your own research, make your decisions for yourself. But when you look at the fundamentals of Litecoin, it is that, you have the option for privacy, but it also is compliant in the eyes of the government. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There is the liquidity. It has the history of security, and it's proof of work, which I think is very valuable.
You got to think about it. 11 years this coin has been mined. There's been 11 years proof of work behind it.
Right.
To produce all these transactions and all these blocks that come out.
It has every argument, because the minute you say that one thing is good about it, you can also say, if somebody likes the other thing about, let's say, scarcity. Yes, there's scarcity of Litecoin.
84 million,
but then it also has Doge. Then people could say, well, but then miners are going to quit mining it because of that.
Right.
Well, but it's also backed up by Dogecoin mining it.
Correct. So they're going to continue to mine Dogecoin.
So they're going to do that forever.
They're going to validate Litecoin transactions and Doge transactions forever. It's a beautiful symbiotic relationship. It really is. That you
and then if you say
coins.
Oh, well, Litecoin is open like Bitcoin. Well, then you also have privacy like Mimblewimble, like Monero.
You got that option. If you want to do it, you can. You don't have to.
Yeah. Everything that you say that's good about it,
but you can't do NFTs on it. Oh, yeah, you can.
Oh, yes, you can.
Yeah.
They have gaming, NFTs, all of it. So, I don't know.
It kind of covers all the bases, really, to me. And that's why
did
I
Sean
spend so much time on it.
Somebody said hi to Satoshi Sean. There's Sean. Hi,
Satoshi Sean. Litoshi Sean.
Satoshi Sean.
That's Satoshi Sean. Gotcha.
And Manny is here.
I like Manny. Manny's a good dude. I met him in Texas. I don't know, my live chat's not working. It's just frustrating.
For Jim.
Thanks for being here, everybody. Really appreciate it.
Yes.
It's getting a little darker. It's starting to cloud up a little bit. I have to go to it's not the first football game. My daughter, she's a cheerleader as well as a state champion pole vaulter, but she's a senior this year. She's captain of the cheer team. And so they've got their scrimmage, tonight, where they showcase all this ball sports and all that. And so I'm going to be going to that here after this. And yeah, that's pretty cool. And then the first game starts next week. So It's going to be exciting.
How exciting.
Yeah.
We'll tell her I said good luck and I'm proud of her, and go whatever.
Go Redbirds.
Redbirds. I couldn't remember.
Go Redbirds. Mighty, mighty
Go
Redbirds.
I love it. Yes. Good luck to her. Well, I'll let you go. You guys make sure to check out ClintonWestwood.net. He's got a lot of resources for you, whether you're looking for crypto information, links to different people in the community's pages, lots of information, lots of good stuff.
You'll be a better person if you go to ClintWestwood.net and you click through all those links and follow everybody on there. You'll get a lot of information from all the community. That's what I want to do, is bring the community together. So
And Cannon was not feeling too great this week, so I got behind on my stuff for starting the book club for Carly and I, but I will get that done this weekend. So check out like QuinnLisa.net over the weekend. I'll have that ready to go by Monday. So hopefully you guys can join us on that book club for boundaries. Good stuff.
Know your boundaries.
Know
and if
your
there's
boundaries.
a zip tie on your car handle, right, Mitch? There's a zip tie on your car handle. That's not a good thing. You've been marked.
It's possible. Just because there's an
doing.
opposing post. Here's the thing on that, before we go. So Mitch posted this thing that said that was a father that was concerned that he saw a zip tie on the back door of the handle of his daughter's car. And then he looked into it and it said that like that somehow where people like do that to like send a message. It's like, oh, I tagged this person or something to say that they're vulnerable and maybe, I don't know. They're going
to put it on my
tag them or try to get them or
just
something.
Try to entice them to come do something.
Try to hurt you.
Yeah.
But then somebody else was like giving them a hard time about it or something. And then they posted another one that said, basically was like a fact checker thing. It was like, oh, I'm saying this isn't true. Well,
he's running over here. He's running over here. All right, that's it. We're ending the show.
How do you know?
Panic mode. Look at him.
Why? No, just because there's
hey, I got something to say. He says.
No,
that
I'm just saying, if
opposes
there's even the slightest shred of truth to this thing, right? Like it could be the most false thing in the world, but if it brings awareness to the possibility of kids or young women or young men being abducted and sold into sex slavery, so be it. You know what? Be aware. Be hyper aware of your surroundings. I don't care how old you are, and I don't care what environment you're in. If you're not hyper aware, then you're wrong. You're in the wrong, and you have a high risk of this, right? So that's where, you know, all these people on Twitter are saying, oh, that's bullshit, that's false. So what if it is? But if it makes people think, and if it makes people aware of what's going on around them, that's what matters.
Yeah,
and somebody did it
totally
3
agree.
times apparently.
Right. So,
and
true or not, I don't know.
Does not creep you out
like
that
said,
someone is putting a zip tie
and it
on
keeps
your
people
car?
on their toes?
Yeah.
So be it.
Yeah, it is creepy.
Yeah.
I mean, because somebody did it. And so
for whatever
take
reason.
jiu-jitsu classes, right?
Yes.
Take some confidence self-defense classes.
That's right. Take a self-defense class. Learn,
there's always,
you know, your 2A classes, whatever you need to do to make yourself, but be aware of your surroundings, pay attention. If you feel like somebody has been following you through a store, ask for somebody to walk you out to your car. Say, you like, I don't feel comfortable. Would you please walk me out to my car? You got to trust your gut
is really what it comes down to. I mean, you kind of know, you got that spidey sense built in and you're like, feeling a little creeped out, you know, then maybe you should take an extra precaution, you know, and just say, you know,
like Carly said on Monday, she said, you know, she was vacuuming her car out and noticed a guy staring at her. So she went around to the other side of the car and then he picked up his stuff and moved it around so he could keep watching her. And so she was like, stared him down, like, I see you staring at me. And he continued. He didn't care. He wasn't threatened by a little bitty hurt.
That, okay, this guy's not really intimidated.
Right. So she went and got somebody else, and she just said, you know, will you come stand by me so that I can finish vacuuming my car so I know I'm safe? And, you know, that's the smart thing to do. There's nothing to be ashamed about to ask for somebody to come stand with you or be with you, to give you another set of eyes and to have accountability for, you don't know how somebody might behave nowadays.
You know, and it's not just the person in Carly's situation. It's if other people are around, pay attention to what's going on. Because if somebody else saw that, you know, like a real man, and saw that and said, this doesn't look right. Pay attention to those surroundings and protect, other people, because I got an experience like that. I was just got out of college, was teaching in high school, and there was like a youth and government type thing. We went, and there were some speakers in Peoria, and it was kind of a big event. A lot of people came in, adults, and so took the high school kids there. All right, so one of the senior girls who was there, she was sitting down, and then some guys sitting next to her, kind of in the audience there, and talking to her. And, I was kind of watching. I'm like, he must know her. And then, he's still hanging around. And finally, I'm like, I don't know if he knows her. So I sat down right next to her, and kind of, and then he was, oh, yeah. So, and then she said after the fact, she said, thank you, because I didn't know who that creep was, and he was just kind of lingering around her and making himself, look like he's supposed to be there. But it's like, I sensed something was wrong. And so I sat down. I'm like, hey, started talking to her like, know her very well, which I do as a teacher.
Right.
But it's just, it got him to get up and move and leave.
Enough to make
then
him
he realized,
uncomfortable.
then he realized, oh, okay, she's not alone by herself, and, easy prey. So, everybody else should pay attention too, be good stewards of, society.
Well, and as women,
look
you're
out
like,
for other people.
Yeah, you're taught to be polite and kind,
right, that's what she was doing.
Not assume. And then sometimes, like in one of the self-defense classes, that our professor was telling us about how, it's okay to hurt somebody's feeling if it means keeping you safe.
Right.
And if they say like, well, just let me carry your bags, they're doing something nice for you, but they're invading your space then, or they're
Ted Bundy did that crap. He's a nice guy. He's helping me out, and then she's bending over the freaking trunk, putting the stuff in. And next thing you know, she gets whacked in the head and thrown in the trunk.
Right.
I mean, see, that's it. They prey on your, good nature. And just because you're good natured doesn't mean, you have to be disarmed. You got to kind of pay attention to that stuff and try not to put yourself in a vulnerable situation, because those are the ones, those sly ones, they know how to manipulate people. These politicians are the same way. They know how to manipulate you. And so just because they smile and act like wearing a suit or wearing nice clothes doesn't mean they're nice people.
No, you just don't know what their intentions are.
No, you don't.
So that's what we're doing with Team Mighty and Mighty Siren, is those things that we would be teaching Mia. And that's Carly and I and Mom's going to be joining us too. And so we're each going to, share some stories. And so I'd love to hear, from the fam too, in the chat and all that, like, other situations or things, any tips that we can help, like, what would you be telling Mighty Mia, or what would you be telling your daughters, or things that we can help, because we really want to encourage this, this mindset of taking personal responsibility for your heart, mind, body, and your wallet. And that's where we're going to be teaching all those things and learning alongside, but just sharing the stories of, what we've been through, the experiences we've had in life, and then, hopefully growing and helping young women and girls and honoring Mia that way too. So
absolutely,
I'm excited about it. But yeah, that boundaries book, I used to read it like at least once a year because I want to love people, but then I would get taken advantage of or be put in a position that wasn't healthy or good for me. And it was a way that I could still love people, especially like, with fostering or engaging with people who didn't have healthy, habits. You can still love them, but your help is in here. And if they don't behave in here, if their activities or behaviors are not in here, they can be out there,
right?
But your help operates in here, and that's okay. You can still love them, but your help is not out there.
Yep.
Yep. So that was a way that I could really learn to have that and feel good about it, because otherwise I felt terrible, and then they use that to manipulate you and put you in a position where you get harmed.
Yep. And they, we like to, we do. We think everybody's like us. We kind of have that mindset as we go through life. Well, no one would do that. I wouldn't do that. So why would somebody else do that? And so, I mean, it's kind of getting over that mindset a little bit, but, not with being paranoid and not being afraid and living in fear, but it's just knowing that not everybody thinks like I do. and I kind of have to be cognizant of that and realize, when they are crossing boundaries. And so I like that, what you're doing. That's a good thing to kind of bring that awareness up a little bit to maybe, as Mitch said, be more aware of your surroundings and your environment. And that way, more awareness is better prepared, for, see it coming.
Yeah. And Phil and Trini are having a great conversation in the chat, thinking of it's not always just one choice of being prepared. You want to have multiple options for different situations, because you never know what the situation is that you're going to be in. And so to have multiple options and be ready, I think is really important. So you guys are awesome. I love our community and these chats, and I love Fridays. I know you got to roll. Tell the girls I said hi, and good luck and have a great game.
Oh, it'll be fun.
Yeah, we'll see you later. Maybe on Spaces.
I don't know. We'll see.
You gonna do a Spaces?
You never know. Maybe. Well, it depends when I get back. I could. Yeah, I could probably.
I jumped on earlier this week with I always call them Mega Chunky Buns, but Underground, Litecoin Underground, and we had a great talk earlier this week.
I haven't been on there in a while. I need to jump in. It's just Wednesday nights, and during the week, it's not. Just got too much going on.
Yeah, it's hard.
And I can't dedicate myself to sitting down and doing it. And so I need to get back in there. As the fall and winter months come along, I think it's a little bit easier. We're more in our houses and can, focus on those things a little bit more and have those conversations, because they are good. Summer's rough, a lot going on. But no, I may do a Spaces tonight. We'll see. That's on Twitter. For those of you who don't know, follow me on Twitter, and I'll put out a tweet if I do a Spaces. I might do that, actually. I could probably swing that tonight.
And I was working on the dollar amounts for, I've got all my invoices in, and I've got all of our items delivered now for Team ID, and everything should be settled. So I've got to have the accountant look over it just to finalize, just to make sure that I got everything and the board approve it. But then I'll be getting my check, and we're going to be there. Warriors for Freedom are interested in learning about crypto, so we're going to be gifting them a node. They said that they can accept that as kind of like an endowment, is how they're going to document that. And so we're going to be giving them a node and teaching them about crypto, and giving them cash or a check, as well. But we were able to raise almost $9,000. So I'm super excited.
That's wonderful.
So I'll be sharing all that with you guys on Twitter and all that stuff. So
perfect.
Remember to wear red for everyone deployed on Friday, whether it's red lipstick, a tank top, red solo cup, and we'll see you guys next week. Take care.
All right.
Bye.
Trust yourselves.